This week I'm driving the 2022 Chevrolet Traverse RS. For 2022, the Chevrolet Traverse received a refresh, so some improvement to the design, especially in the front, and also some improvement on the technology side. Under the hood of this Traverse, we can find a V6 3.6 liter, good for 310 horsepower and 266 foot-pounds of torque. This engine is matched to a 9-speed transmission. So let's go on the road with this Traverse RS. All right, I'm gonna test the acceleration. Let's see what this Traverse RS got. There you go. You can do the 0 to 100 kilometers in about 7 seconds. Under 7 seconds, 0 to 60 miles an hour. This is pretty decent. I think this V6 3.6 liter is just the right size for this size of SUV to have a great mix of performance and fuel economy. On the road with the Chevrolet Traverse, you know, the Traverse is the Chevrolet minivan. There's no minivan anymore. And this is pretty much the family cheap budget hauler, I could say. But this thing, you know, it's really the focus of the Traverse, you know, transporting people, having a lot of cargo and all that. Obviously, this is not an off-road machine. This is not a handling machine. This is not a high-performance machine. There's tons and tons of competitor who would be way much more fun to drive, but with less space, less practicality, and less simplicity, I could say. This thing, it's really made to, you know, bring the family. It's got that minivan vibe with the SUV envelope, I could say. On the road, it's pretty comfortable. Obviously, the handling, it's just okay. It's not as comfortable as the Buick Enclave. Just a quick reminder, these two models share the same platform, engine, transmission, and all that. For 2022, the Chevrolet Traverse received a refresh, so a mid-cycle refresh. So brand new front end for 2022. It's more muscular, it's more squared. It looks more like an SUV, a little bit less minivan from my point of view. A nice refresh. The model I'm driving this week, it's an RS model. So the RS model will remove all the chrome for that dark charcoal black finish. Same thing for the wheels and all that. So you got a more sportier kind of look. I really like that. I'm not a big fan of the chrome. If we step inside, same thing. We've got the RS treatment with a lot of black red stitching, some you know, brushed aluminum finish. Same thing for the seats. We've got some red stitching, really nice sporty finish on that side. The seats are pretty comfortable once you're used to it. You know, they get more and more comfortable. Inside, it's plain and simple. It's pretty much like a Chevrolet Silverado. Everything is super easy to learn. Everything is at the right place. Everything is kind of old school, but it works pretty well. I love the screen. It's quick and easy. HD cameras in the front, in the back, 360 cameras and all that. High qualities of camera. I really like that. We've got a place to recharge our phone wirelessly. We've got also Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless. So, you know, you got pretty much all you need inside of this Traverse. One little gadget I really like, if you press that button here, the screen's gonna go up, and behind the screen, you've got a small, you know, place to hide stuff. I really like that. I know this is an old gadget from GM, but when you take a look at the Chevrolet Traverse, you don't expect something like that, and you can use it to hide a lot of stuff behind that screen, and it's not everyone who knows there's like a little hidden you know, compartment there. I really like that. If we step in the back, plenty of space in the second and the last row. This is one of the big plus for the Traverse. It's really the interior space. Quick reminder, I'm 6'3", 300 pounds, plenty of space for my head, my shoulders and all that. Same thing in the second row, same thing in the last row. This is one of the largest interior space you can get in that segment. If we take a look at the competition, most of these last row seats are really made for kids. Now in the Traverse, you can sit an adult in that last row. That's a major big plus. This one's got the 7-seat configuration, but you can also get the 8-seat passenger. Another big plus for the Traverse. And also, it's not because you've got the last row, that third row, you have to make a sacrifice for your trunk, your cargo space. You still have a decent amount of space, behind that last row. This is a big plus for the Traverse. On the towing side, you can tow up to 5,000 pounds. This is normal type of numbers for this type of SUV. On the fuel economy side, this week I was averaging 11 liters per 100 kilometers. It's really decent for the size of this SUV. Quick reminder, this SUV, it's a bit larger than the competition. So, every time I've got something from the competition, they're a little bit more thirsty. We're playing in the 12 to 13 liters per 100 kilometers. And this fuel economy is due part of this all-wheel drive system. You can really switch it in front-wheel drive. It will disconnect literally the all-wheel drive system. This is really how you can save fuel inside of a Traverse. So I really like that system. It makes a big difference if we compare it with the competition. Price-wise, the Chevrolet Traverse starts at $41,748, and the model I'm driving this week, it's good for $53,833. Decent price for the Chevrolet Traverse. I think the value is there. It's really practical, tons of space, good fuel economy, decent power under the hood. We've got a good old V6, not something funky with the latest technology, and you're not sure if it's gonna break all the time. I really like that packaging. It's really budget friendly, especially with the 8-passenger setup. That's a big plus. There's not a lot of 8-passenger SUV who are budget friendly on the market. So that's a big plus for the Traverse. And that's why, I really like that Traverse. It gives an option to those large families who are looking at something maybe under 50,000. They don't want to step into a Suburban, an Expedition Max or something like that. Those are around 65, 70,000 and more. This is a little bit more budget friendly and also easier on the gas side. So, that's a great choice. And you don't have that, minivan kind of like look. You still have that SUV look. Obviously, you have to make some kind of sacrifice on the joy of driving and some off-road capacities if we compare it to the competition. But, the main focus of this Traverse, it's really to be practical and bring a lot of people with you. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about this Chevrolet Traverse RS? Is it a good buy? Is it budget friendly, like I said? Or for you, it's just a minivan in disguise? I would like to see your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And we're going to see each other on our next review.